What's going on? What's going on, fam? Hey, this is your boy D Wills coming at you one more time from a YouTube family. Hey, I'm just gonna be real short, and it's pretty much about the challenges that we still have going on. Hadn't gone anywhere. The latest one that we're on right now, probably like halfway through it, basically, is the 50-50 squat and jumping jack challenge. Now, please understand that this challenge is to be something that encourages people to just get involved. So we're not trying to do anything that will discourage people, first of all. Number two is these challenges were first thought about for truck drivers, okay? It's not excluding anybody, but the number one thing was truck drivers, because we tend to have a more sedentary lifestyle. So it was to encourage the truckers to get involved. Instead of parking right next to the door at truck stops, park further toward the end so you got to walk in there. It was to get you up and get you going. So let's not discourage others by adding this to the challenges and adding that to the challenge. I mean, when a person comes up with a challenge, let's just do what it is, and keeping in mind that we are targeting truck drivers first, but then anybody else who joins in. We are not in competition. Like if we're in the gym, we training, we're working for, to be on stage and everything. Of course, we can do more than so many burpees or so many push-ups, or sometimes I see it in the comment section. People say, "Oh, well, those 50 of those and 100 of those, I could bust out 400 of those a day. I could bust out, this many easily." Of course. You see what I'm saying? Of course. We're not in competition, okay? You don't have to say how much more you can do with this or that. Remember, we're talking consistency here. That's why it's per day, okay? It's per day. You doing the 50 squats, 50 jumping jacks consistently. People can say a lot and do a lot for that little bit of time while they're recording, okay? But consistency is if you do this every day, okay? Do it every day. And maybe it's not always on camera, but do you keep your word to your own self? You see, the challenge is physical, but a lot of it's mental, okay? And your character, remember now, character is what you do when it's off camera. Okay, so if you always got to have somebody holding your hand or whatever in order for you to do right, then something's wrong with your character, right? So even if you don't get to record it every day, or some of us got real busy lives or whatever, so if you can't record it every day or whatever, you just do it and know that you staying true to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So remember that we're not trying to discourage anybody. So I suggest that, you don't try to add anything to this, because we understand that people are at different fitness levels, along their life. And so for the, let's say, the bigger truck driver or whatever, who've never really got out and walked, I mean, you know who you are. You start swelling up, and you probably would be ashamed to be in a gym or something like that. We're not trying to discourage you by adding something else to the routine or whatever. By the way, shout out right now, Bink Trucking and Fitness. This is his challenge here. This 50-50 challenge. This is his challenge. Again, it's not a challenge to say who can do more. You understand? Who can do more? It's a challenge to motivate you to get up and get moving. Okay. So again, it's just my opinion. But I encourage anybody who's in on these challenges, do them consistently. It's not how much you can grandstand and add stuff to the challenge or whatever. If that's what it is. I understand it may seem easy. It may seem easy to you according to what your fitness level is, but do it consistently. Do the routine properly. Okay. And the reason I say that is on this squat. You may seem like you could bust out 200 squats if you're not squatting all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to throw this out here. I'm not trying to be anybody's personal trainer or whatever. On this squat exercise, you can watch, matter of fact, go to Bink Trucking and Fitness, because he does the squat correctly. And I'm glad he does, because that's his challenge. He does it correctly. your butt should be going down at least until you like you about to sit in a chair. And I'm telling you, if you don't have bad knees, now if you got bad knees and stuff like that, then you have to minimize that squat. You know what I'm saying? Get that squat, you know, just work on it until you can get better at going all the way down. But your butt should be like you sitting in a chair and then you getting back up. So do the exercise correctly. If you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to bust it out and do it, whatever, do it correctly. Okay? Now, if you got bad knees or whatever, tell folks, you know what I'm saying, hey, listen, because my knees, I injured my knee or whatever, I can't go all the way down, so I'm going to go halfway down, do a partial squat, and I'm going to, you know, back up. I'm going to do that until I strengthen up my knees so I can do the full squat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do. Explain what you're doing because you got people watching, whatever, and we're trying to motivate people. We're not trying to turn people off. We're trying to motivate people. And it's, again, it was geared toward truck drivers who have a sedentary lifestyle. We're not in the gym competing against one another. Okay? If you can do more, fine. But we must keep it in the true spirit of what the challenge is. The challenge is to get you up from that driver's seat where you just been sitting for hours and hours and hours. We're trying to get you healthy. We're trying to keep episodes of diabetes down and all that where your blood's not flowing and everything, gout and stuff like that that truck drivers, you know what I'm saying, end up getting. You know what I'm saying, all these cancers and all that. You're sitting all the time. You're not eating foods with fiber in it. Your digestion is backed up. Again, that's where your cancers and stuff come from. So we're trying to get those folks active so that, you know what I'm saying, you can get healthy the correct way. And that's what these challenges are for. Again, it's physical, but at the same time, it's mental because you have to do it consistently. Okay? So remember that right there. Consistency is the key. We're not in competition with one another. We're trying to encourage you to get up and start moving. Put some movement in your life. Do it one rep at a time. One rep at a time. Is 50-50 per day. You have a whole day. You can do 5 now, 5 squats, 5 jumps. Then you can come back and do all. We're not worried about you putting all this on camera. You don't. Again, what you lie about to yourself is going to determine your whole life outcome. Because you lie about this thing and you'll be a fake and a fraud to the people out here in the viewing audience or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you lying to them, so you know inside you got to feel like a phony. You see what I'm saying? So it shouldn't matter if you got all your little sessions recorded for that day. It shouldn't matter. You be true to yourself, first of all. Be true to yourself. That's that character. So that challenge is for you to stay true to yourself and get that thing done a little bit at a time, regardless of your fitness level. Again, I'm going to reiterate. If you can do more than what this challenge is, physically, then do that off camera. Because we don't want to discourage the people who are trying to get started. Because here I am doing a push-up challenge. Now, I mean, you can look at me, and you probably can tell I probably can do more than 50 push-ups, right? So instead of me doing my push-ups regular, I'm going to take it, I'm going to put a 100-pound weight on my back. And I'm going, ooh, 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 ooh. That's not the thing. Yes, I can do that for a few minutes while I'm on camera, right? But could I consistently do that every day? Or am I just trying to be like I'm the big wheel in the spoke? I'm the big spoke in the wheel. My bad, big spoke in the wheel. I'm trying to be the one that outshine everybody else. You see? The challenge is consistency and motivation. Okay? Consistency and motivation. I'm not even going to do any exercises at this point. I just want to drop this video to make sure that we keep our challenges when we posting these things, so we keep them in the proper mindset. Because as this Fit Crew, you know, we got the Fit Crew and we're hashtagging over 45 crew. And I ain't saying because a lot of us guys, like I said, we over 45. You see what I'm saying? And so we trying to get back in shape. So we also hashtagging over 45 crew. Come on with me that one time, baby. All right, so now that you got that right there, y'all go ahead and get involved. Sorry this thing here took so long, but we just want to make sure that when we come off, you know what I'm saying, the way we come off, and we you know what I'm saying, we don't come off and turn people off. You know what I'm saying, turn people off by, you know what I'm saying, trying to do more than what whoever, like I said, whoever kicks off the challenge, whoever kicks it off, if that's what they kicked off, follow the plan. Okay? Follow the plan. If you're doing something else, then, you know what I'm saying, then you on some whole type of different level. You know what I'm saying? And so you create something different then. But like I said, as far as getting truck drivers and stuff motivated, first, follow the plan for whoever put the fitness, whoever put the challenge out, you know, follow the plan. Don't deviate from that right there. Do that consistently for 30 days. You do that for 30 days and you say, I didn't get no benefit of it. Well, then I can say, okay, well, you deviate from that and you add something else to it. But you stay consistent. Stay consistent, because it'll probably change your life in some other ways that you didn't even think you saw coming. All right? So this your boy, Wheels. Consistency is the key. You know what I'm saying? You break all types of habits by doing something consistently. Reverse of whatever the habit was. You do it, how they say, 20 days, 21 days, or whatever. That's consistency. You start to break habits. You get your body to start responding to things when you do it consistently. All right? So anyway, that's your boy Wheels. It's about to be 11 minutes. I'm shutting this thing down, and we're going to holler at y'all later on the actual 50-50 challenge. All right, y'all? One love. Peace.